podcasts, and I listen to this podcast called How Did This Get Made, where they just kind of talk about movies. And
Oh yeah, people. Wait. I know who's show.
It's
That's
Man's-
not Doug.
it's Manzukis and Paul Scheer. They just talk about like movies that like were ridiculous, and then like just the math of how they got made.
Paul Scheer's so cool.
He is really cool. Good guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
I never known him that much except just seeing him in movies and TV.
Manzukis is maybe pound for pound one of the fucking funniest human beings. I think.
Really?
It's amazing.
Mantzoukas, huh? Let me get a gander at him. Oh, he's all the ethnicities, huh? He's a fucking Gaza Strip of a man. Dear God, I'd be afraid to open my car door if I were him, and I wouldn't even know which way it was coming from.
He's one of those guys that's looked like that forever, and now he's the appropriate age to look like that, but he'll also still look like that forever. Do you know what I mean?
He looks like somebody off that Muslim version of Guess Who. Remember?
Well, I mean,
God. You and your ideology would call it God.
Yeah, I would say that we're all definitely in.
I agree. There's where our Venn diagrams are crossing. I believe we are all tools.
But I need to ask, just because I don't care what your emotional state is when we're having a discussion about something we disagree on, I don't understand why that would even indicate psychopathy. It's very common for stoic men to not care about the emotional status of a person who refuses to adhere to logic.
It's very common of men to be abusive. It doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah, but now you're conflating two different things. So I would agree.
Psychopathic individuals are abusive.
Yeah, but
just
not all
because
abusive
it's
people
been
are psychopaths.
True, that's true. Some of them are narcissistic.
Yeah, but not all abusive people are narcissists.
Some of them are just trauma responding, and they overreact.
Not all of them are doing that either. Yeah, abuse.
Name a type of abuse that
from
somebody.
You is so broad that encompasses everything. Encompasses emotional.
Meanwhile, in other ABC news, young Jimmy Kimmel's coming back to television. I'll tell you, Jimmy Kimmel's flying high like Advil today. See the minivans, boom, Advil's like, what's up, motherfucker? You got a headache? Where you gonna turn? No, Kimmel's coming back. That campaign, and you know what? I'm joking around. I want to say this seriously. That campaign that you all launched, pretending that you were going to cancel Hulu. Wow.
That stayed with me.
Congratulations, Diary of a CEO Gang. We've made some progress. 63% of you that listen to this podcast regularly don't subscribe, which is down from 69%. Our goal is 50%. So if you've ever liked any of the videos we've posted, if you like this channel, can you do me a quick favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps this channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, as you've seen, the bigger the guests get. Thank you and enjoy this episode. Evie, if someone's just clicked onto this podcast to listen because they thought the title was interesting or the thumbnail was interesting, with the understanding that we're going to talk about the work you're doing in this season of your life and who you're doing it for, can you tell me exactly why they should stay and listen to this conversation?
I think for
that you're here with me. It is always an honor to be able to spend time together with you. If you're brand new, welcome to the Mel Robbins podcast. And I know because you chose to listen to this episode that you're the type of person who values your time, and you're also interested in learning about ways that you can improve your life. I love that. I love that you're listening to this episode. And you want to know what else I love? I love that you and I are going to get to spend time learning from the extraordinary Dr. Gabor Mate. Dr. Mate is a world-renowned physician and best-selling author whose work dives deep into childhood development and the impact of trauma on how it shapes your mental and physical health over your lifetime. Dr. Mate has completely transformed how the world sees, talks about, and understands trauma. And he has absolutely had that impact on me, and it's been life-changing. I promise you, this episode is going to shift the way you see everything.
For businesses, and it wasn't just for young girls, it was for young boys as well. So that is perhaps the genesis of it all. Then throughout the early 1900s into the mid 1900s, there's a lot of adult beauty pageants, mainly for women or only for women. And then in 1961, the Little Miss America for young women began. It probably as like, well, if America really loves adult beauty pageants, how about teenage? Well, and how about children? And so the 60s is when things kind of get started, which makes sense to me, given my understanding of the 50s and 60s in terms of the culture and gender politics and Americanism at the time. Okay, skipping forward to 1995, you have JonBenét Ramsey, 6-year-old.
Right? There are no plants in the Arctic Circle. There are no plants during an ice age in an Arctic Circle. What plants were available for the people who crossed the land bridge from Asia to North America during the last ice age? There were none. So obviously, if you can't get everything that you need in the proportion that you need them from meat, then you can't survive. You can't live generationally, and we don't exist. We're not here right now. None of our ancestors would have made it through the numerous ice ages, and the Inuits wouldn't exist right now, but they do. And many other examples of humanity do, like the Maasai there. And so animal-based diets, but they provide the nutrients. We're biologically designed to eat these things, and there are a number of different examples of that. A number of different people, such as the Inuit, such as the Maasai, such as the Nanette, the native Australian.
Has gained national attention because of a court case between local homeless individuals and the city. Now, at the heart of the matter is whether it is cruel and unusual punishment for the city to arrest and fine people for sleeping outside in public, even with just a pillow or blanket, when there is no safe shelter available. The case has gone all the way to the Supreme Court, and it will have national implications on whether cities can criminalize those with no other option but to sleep in public. Now, my first guest, Missy, is a resident of Grants Pass. She says the rise in homelessness has left many residents scared due to rampant drug use, crime, and even physical assaults on local residents.
Almost 10 years ago, me and my sister.
You are. But sometimes just a minute like this will really make a difference.
So this video is going to be a little dense and maybe even a little serious, and while it is surrounding a topic that I know no one has strong feelings about, let me just make a caveat here that I'm not going to expect anyone to agree with everything that I have to say. That's not realistic, and frankly, that's kind of not even good.
You've got to think for yourselves. You're all individuals. Yes, we're all individuals. You're all different. Yes, we are all different. I'm not.
Did you know that if you say subscribe on desktop, the little subscribe button gets a little rainbow around it? And that's the only good thing I will say about YouTube today. So let us embark on a little journey together. Come on.